Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. And give you some time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. So fire two, baby. Just J, baby. What's going on? See y'all in. Tonight gonna be a smooth one. I ain't gonna be too crazy on it. But I do feel that topic at hand is exactly what it is right now. Oppression. We're gonna get to that. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Tuesday. Don't just cause it's after 8 don't mean it still ain't Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everybody smoothly got through the work day. Hopefully everybody is, you know, relaxing, enjoying themselves for the evening. For all the birthday crowd, again, happy birthday. All the fellow Scorpios, y'all keep rocking out. James, what's going on, my guy? We was looking for you. Look at my face, James. The tribe was looking for you. They tried to jump me. Yeah, no, but appreciate everybody that tuned in Sunday for the good conversation. Definitely was a great one. Shout outs to the brothers for popping in on the panel. I kind of figured that, James. I was trying to just make sure everything was cool though. Yeah, you had the main ones asking for you yesterday, so. It's funny though. They was trying to jump me only because they know how we do with the coffee, son. But glad everything good with you. Hopefully y'all all enjoyed y'all weekends. Again, appreciate word and appreciate my brother Harry for popping in on the conversation. It's one small step, getting the perspective from 3 different angles, basically. Conversations like that are actually inspirational and needed. But for those who missed it, y'all can definitely catch the replay. Tonight it's not going to be that hard for me to really get through this. It's only because you see this on so many different cylinders and angles. Before I go left. I think that is a stigmatism. I hear you, Jay. I believe it's a stigmatism it's not cool. Pardon the wind in the background. Had to double check something, but the truth though. The stigmata that's placed upon us is we too lazy, we ain't good enough, we shouldn't strive hard enough. And for some, they actually listen to that. Like I was saying one time before, if you keep trying to embed something in somebody's head, especially somebody who's really not strong in the mind, could possibly have them doing that. Not believing in themselves. But in the same token, you got those who just know how to execute. Never let nothing stop you from getting to your ultimate goals in life. Prime example, if your goal is to be a school teacher, you got to go through the steps and the processes, right, to do that. And if you're really going to do what's necessary as far as teach the kids what they need to be taught and be accurate in teaching and not just follow whatever little protocol they got as far as the school system and the learning. If you're going to be able to teach at a great level, do so. You'll feel good about yourself, especially if you feel like that's what you're doing. You're making a difference. That's the thing. It is about making a difference. It's about putting your steps forward and also, again, getting the best out of what you do. Now, granted, the pay might not be lavish, you know, but like with most jobs like that, when you're dealing with certain situations, it ain't always about the money. It's more about the experience and the growth. Because in due time, you could move from that transition. It's just like if you just want to be a teacher for now, that's something you want to do until you really find your calling. Prime example. If you find your calling, then you already know at some point it's either you're going to juggle both of these careers or, you're going to go for the ultimate opportunity. But if you're solid in where you at, if that's what you feel you can still do even while you're pursuing something else, then do it. You know, nothing wrong doing so. Gotta remember the oppression that we've gone through. It's not nothing. The oppression is only to keep you down. The oppression is to keep you stifled, stagnant, and not creating. Gotta move out of that. Prime example, if you with a group of people and they always down in your ideas and your thoughts, right? Do you think you should still be around those people? I don't think you should. The reason why is because, again, at some point, it's going to embed in your head that maybe they right, maybe they right, maybe I can't do this, maybe I. You never should self doubt yourself again. The mental oppression is one of the biggest oppressions I feel. That's it's a downfall for every community or for every build. Prime example, because some people are really not capably strong enough to really think for themselves, which is sad. For some of those people, it's sad. But then you got others, again, think for yourself. You might have a couple people that disagree with what you're trying to go, you know, what you're trying to go into, basically. But then you might have those couple people that will be on the side with you. Like, if that's what you want to do, pursue it. You really are supposed to be amongst those who believe in everything you believe in. Well, at least in that notion of it. Like, you believe you can do this, then do it. You got your back, and that's how it's supposed to be. But we know in certain cases it's not like that. You pulled out crickets. Hold on one second. You pulled out crickets. I'm about to say, let me use that one day. Let me use that one day. My bad, y'all. But it's true though. The mental oppression is the biggest oppression out of anything because again, it leaves people in a state of I don't want to do it, or I'm scared to do it, or if I do it, nobody gonna be with me, or I might lose people. That's basically what you're gonna have to deal with anyway. Because prime example, if you get to your destination and your goal, right, you're not gonna be able to bring everybody with you. At least not right away. If that's what you're thinking. Yeah, I could do this and I can get everybody there. I'm not gonna be able to do that. But like I said before, the people you are trying to bring with you, they gotta have something that they doing as well. They can't just rely on you, rely on you, rely on you. It's not gonna work. Give me 1 second. But again, even down to it can spread like a virus, basically. I'll be honest with you. The mental oppression can spread like a virus because if you don't believe in yourself and you're bringing children into the world, prime example, you got to give them something to look forward to. If you're not going to give them that, they ain't going to have shit else to look up to. Their biggest inspiration should be the ones that brought them into the world. So again, for those who are thinking about even doing that, make sure you want to up and up. You can't get nowhere if you consistently doubting yourself, or if you start something and then just don't finish it, you procrastinate. You're not gonna get there. You know, whatever it is you're going for, you gotta make sure you consistently going for it. You know, it's not easy when again you have people that's doubting you. You got people that try to berate you for what you're trying to do. You know, it's a little bit of everything. You got people who probably might be a little bit upset, jealous, or envious because at some point you are getting to where you're supposed to be getting to. But you never let that stop you. You know, again, because when things are happening, they're happening for a reason. Wait 1 second. Serious, baby. In many ways, you are getting a sign, basically. A sign that, you know, things are changing. Some for the good, some could be for the bad, but most is for the good. You know, if you're aiming your direction into, like I said, teaching, you already confident that you could, you know, interact with the children or you can interact with teens if that's what you're trying to do. Doesn't matter what grade you're trying to teach. If you feel you're confident enough to teach a class and people can sit down and listen and interact and have whatever, then cool. You still keep pushing for that. You know, the things that you are inspiring to do, like again, if you are inspiring to teach and teach what's needed and teach the best knowledge, then yeah, you gonna always feel confident. That's how you're supposed to be. Stay focused on the goal at hand. You know, your goal is to teach and to teach properly. You know, make sure that you are staying within the realms of the guidelines of the education system and everything else. But in the same token, if you know there's things that need to be brought to the forefront, you try to take the steps to implement that. It's needed. I've always felt like there's prime example. If you're going to teach prime example, computer technology, you got to have an executed plan, number one. And again, it got to be foolproof. It got to be foolproof because, again, if it's not, you're defeating whatever purpose you're starting. Sometimes you might not get the best results with certain situations or certain subjects, but, you never let it discourage you. Your main focus is, again, to try to teach the best things you can teach if you're going for the teacher's position. London, baby. You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. I feel the biggest oppression, again, is you oppressing yourself. Because there are people who, despite what I said, got the picture. I had a talk with one or two people recently and seen that they're doing great on the up and ups on what they planned on doing in the first place. They could have had this done, I'm gonna say 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, they could have had all of this done. But, you know, in certain instances, that mental oppression. Damn, what if I get here and then it don't take off the way it's supposed to? You'll never know if you quit right then and there. That's a lesson he had to learn. If he would have continued down that path, he would have probably had to start all over again with everything that he was doing. And that's something that some people don't want to do. Have to restart everything that they was striving for. But lessons. You want to learn some real difficult lessons in life. But those difficult lessons are doing what it's supposed to do. It's bringing you strength, knowledge, wisdom, but it's also bringing you awareness on a higher and a grander level. You know, it's showing you these are the things that are working for you and not against you. So continue to push with the progress. Now, another form of this mental oppression that I see, you got people who talk about they wanna do corrections. They wanna do the NYPD, or they wanna do anything along law enforcement lines. No matter where they at, right? Some of y'all have the golden opportunity to just do so. The reason why some of you choose not to do it is because, again, you're influenced by what everybody else thinks. If you want to protect and serve your community, right? Why should it matter how anybody feels about you? You're doing something for the greater good. When you're doing something for the greater good, you never let nobody stop that at all. Get in tune with yourself. Shoot, I know some people that born and raised where I was at. And some of them went right into that, either corrections or went right into law enforcement or even higher than that. That's something they wanted to do. That's something they was adamant on doing. Ain't about personal nothing. It's more about, again, doing the greater good. Evelyn, baby. That's what you got to remember. What feels good to you, what gives you happiness and gives you hope, but what also gives you inspiration to keep being inspired is doing that. Doing what you love to do. That oppression that they keep putting on the people, that's just, again, a way to keep everybody either separated or keep them asleep. To be honest with you, you always supposed to know what feels good for you. But even when you want to show of it, all you gotta do is just sit back and observe everything. And once you do so, if you see that everything is where it should be at, you keep striving for that. Again, you gotta start believing more in yourself. Yeah, you're gonna have people who are rooting for you. You're gonna have people who are cheering you on, all of that, right? But even if you feel like there isn't, you still got to keep going, because, again, this is for you and nobody else but you. Another oppression, in my opinion, like I said, is just what it is. These people we talking about, oh, I want to do this, or I could have got into this, and but see, look, some people are not going to get into things, especially if they feel like it's not going to work for them. Some people have tried. Don't get it twisted. Some people have tried to get into things they thought was going to be, you know, good for them, but it didn't work. But in that same token, they also had a notion to say, just in case this don't work, I'm gonna go with what I first started to choose, or I'm gonna go with my gut instinct, which is good. But for those that want to be corrections officers or officers of the law, et cetera, again, you're gonna have to put in that work, time, and dedication to do so. Granted, it's a dangerous job because you never know what could happen. But then again, if you playing it safe and if you playing it ear by ear the way you're supposed to, You know, you usually you'll be okay. There are some people who have been on the force more than 30, 40 years. Yeah, they might have been in some shootouts. They probably been in some hostage situations. They probably done been through the worst of the worst. But the main thing is they coming home because again they know how to play safe and play by it. That's what comes with that because you're supposed to be quote unquote getting rid of the crime in the streets. Supposed to be protecting and serving your people. And again, if that's what you feel comfortable doing, despite what the risk is, you don't let nobody stop you from doing that either. But even in that field of work, you got to have a strong mind, strong sense of urgency as well too. You're gonna need that, and you definitely can't fall victim to whatever could be going on the workforce. If you're doing what you're doing for the greater good, nobody else should be telling you otherwise. You're taking an oath on doing that, right? Shoot, even if you just, all right, I could be a armed security guard, prime example for the judges in the courtrooms and stuff like that. No matter what it is, no matter what you're going for, if that's what you plan on doing, be strong and firm in what you don't. No. I don't shoot. That part I kind of know, James, because I got some people that I know that was doing corrections, still doing corrections. It is stressful because you never know what could go on in a moment's notice. But shoot, even in the streets, same way, you never know what could happen. You could be here 1 minute, gone tomorrow. There's some people who didn't get a chance to really walk the beat the way they thought they was going to walk the beat. Victims of circumstances. But yeah, corrections is a stressful job. You have to be mentally tough, because again, you're going to deal with a lot. You're dealing with a bunch of inmates. At any moment, something could pop off, and now there's violence. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working harder than this damn heater in my office, baby. But you always got to be, mentally prepared for it. Again, because you're going to end up seeing some things that, it might take you in a whole nother direction. But if you mentally fit for it, then you do what's necessary. Don't let your quote unquote friends or comrades knock you down the ladder because you're trying to climb up the ladder. That's one thing that you got to remember too. I have people trying to itch, claw, and scratch to leave you down there or keep you down there. But you don't allow that to happen. You keep moving up the ladder no matter what. Your goals in life, your strives in life, that's for you. What you plan on doing with yourself, again, that's all up to you. Kenny, what's going on, bro? And again, that mental oppression is serious. If you take a look across the world, you'll see how much of an effect it really does have on gander of the people. But see, when you don't have, prime example, a support system of any kind, whether it's family, friends, or even a combo of both, how can you expect somebody to strive for greatness? Prime example, there are some people who was on the verge of finding a way to greatness. But again, because of not leaving certain politics alone and just not having nobody really in his ear or having people in their ear to say what they need to say, You know, these people tragically lost their lives. But then think about it. If you was born in a situation where, or if you was put in a situation basically where both of your parents are dead before you even got the age of 13, and there's no real immediate family to really take care of, who you think going to take care of them? Streets. So if the streets is taking care of them, the streets is giving them everything. They ain't gonna want to hear nothing unless it's somewhere down the line when they realize it for themselves. You know what? Maybe I should change it up a bit. You don't have to change it up. You know, because again, some people did not get that chance. They didn't get that opportunity to learn and to grow the way he's supposed to learn and grow. I always feel bad for those ones because again, you gotta think about it. You gotta come in the world basically taking care of yourself. No real support, no real go to. Y'all will put people in the most oppressed and depressed state. They're gonna be oppressed because again, they're gonna feel like this is all that life has to offer. And then they're gonna be depressed because now they not just self-doubting themselves, they don't care about themselves no more. Something to think about. I always felt depression does start for some once there's no family upbringing. When that person is dolo, you know, whatever they learn is whatever they learned outside or whatever they learned around being around certain folks. But I would urge some of you people who might be in that lower state right now, whether you have parents or whether you have a support system or not, again, you should focus on the most important task at hand, trying to reach your ultimate goal. One of your ultimate goals should be, again, just living and enjoying every minute of living and trying to do all you possibly can do within that time frame. The oppression will always be real because guess what? It's still being a huge factor as we speak now. They can start from the elders and work his way down to even the youngins. When you are constantly showing forms of oppression throughout and throughout, in my opinion, that's exactly what will keep some of these people mentally oppressed. You're just showing me this is what it is. I could move from here to here and then end up still being back here. The goal is not to go backwards, but keep moving forward. Don't take two steps back for what? You know, if you got the space and the opportunity again to grow and grow expeditiously, guess what? You're gonna have to keep yourself motivated. Key thing is again, you know, you have to believe in yourself. You know, when nobody else does, you have to consistently keep believing in yourself. You know, and that's the best way to keep looking at life. No matter what is going on, you still have a golden opportunity to build something out of nothing. You know, I took a whole bunch of negative and turned something positive out of it. You know, it's again about what you learn, how you piece things together, and then again, how you keep everything strong once you already got the notion of building. But this is what I'm saying though. If there's no real, positive peaks, ain't nobody gonna ever feel positive about trying to transition. And that will stop your transitioning, technically, thinking too negatively about what can happen, what can't happen. And you gotta just go for the gusto. You'll never know. Prime example, you'll never know if you'll make it to the top if you stop midway. There's some people right now, prime example, who could have been the best sports players, analysts, and all of that. But because of their decisions, or just because of this sheer self-doubt, they didn't get to where they thought they was gonna get to. And again, you gotta be responsible in what you're doing. You have to be. There's people right now who wish they could do some of the things that they wanted to do. But again, costly decisions. There's some people who can't play sports no more because of tragic accidents. You know, and that right there sometimes can even cause oppression. Because now you got self-doubt, pity, loathing, all of that. Now, if you happen to be down for a little bit, hey, get yourself back up. Just remind yourself, this is what happens in life. Not everything is going to be promised to go the best way it should go. But you should always have multiple strategies and plans just in case. All right, if I took a terrible downfall and I can't get back up right away, I still need something to fall back on. Make sure you're taking the necessary steps in your growth and education more than anything. The worst form of any form of oppression is, again, it's definitely mental. But to some degree, it's also spiritual. Because again, if you are doubting yourself more than anything, you can't blame nobody else for your unsuccessfulness. Remember that you have to learn to take accountability and responsibility for the actions in your life. If you didn't finish off school, prime example, because you wanted to do whatever, you can't blame nobody else for that. Can't. If you was taking a course and you stopped going to that course just because you want to hang amongst the friends or you just want to still be active and doing what you wanted to do, you can't get mad when you don't get that opportunity or get that spot that somebody else got. That would have been yours if you just did the right thing. You never stray away from greatness. Never stray away from it. If anything, you walk right into it. It's your space and opportunity again to be the best person you can be. You got real enemies that keep you oppressed or try to keep you oppressed. That's just the struggles of life, right? But there are a lot of people who have, like I said, just bulldoze their way through it. Because once they already set in their goals and they set in their ways of trying to make something grand happen, they not let nobody derail that. Not near person. Once you allow certain things to become a problem to you, that's when the biggest problems will start happening. Again, focus on the goals. Keep yourself away from the leeches that just want to see you down or see you fail. Also, keep away from the yes men and the yes women. Definitely stay away from the fake well wishers and the fake supporters. But also remember, spiritually and mentally support yourself. You got this. You know, oppression can start just by the simplest words being said to somebody, especially if it's on the daily. Not gonna lie, I've seen some cops say some things sometimes that just should never uttered out of a cop's mouth towards a younger person or whatever. But hey, you know, this is something you might have to deal with. Some people are not gonna be, they're not gonna be as easy as you think. They're gonna say what they want to say. They're gonna say how they feel as well too. Usually, when you could think to say something like that, especially towards somebody younger, it goes to show that you kind of lost touch. You know, simplest way to oppress even down to the youngest people is just destroying or not believing in what their dreams are, not encourage them to strive for it. That's the biggest oppression right there. Because that's like you constantly telling the kid they ain't gonna never be nothing successful in life. How would you know that if you're not pushing them towards success? And then it could be a situation where guess what? If that child does fail, yeah, that does fall on you. Keith, what's going on, my guy? Again, you never crush and never just dismiss those strides and those goals and those dreams of those young. For example, you got some kids who think they might want to work in the zoo. They might want to work with animals. And if they really are determined and encouraged to do it, and inspire them to do so. It's not that hard to do. You know, yeah, you got to be realistic. See, here's the thing. You have to be realistic, but then you also have to be optimistic as well. You got to be realistic because there are certain things your children might say they want to get into, but they might not fully be into it. They just might want to do it because they seen somebody else doing it. And you got to think. Prime example, your children might want to get into the field that you're in. Will they succeed in getting into that? It depends. Now you might have one of your children that might be definitely, on the rise of getting to that and doing that. Whereas if you got prime example, if you got 4 kids, maybe one of your kids, maybe 2 of them might jump into that field, but the other 2 are gonna be inclined to go somewhere else. Remember this part too. Um, nepotism. Nepotism is one of those factors as well. You can't force your children into something that they're not great at or that they might not be able to excel at. You're putting them in a precarious position. But again, this is why some kids might rebel. This is why some young folks rebel to a degree because when you're trying to push something on them that they really not interested in or they don't see the need to do, that's the problem. Lady Shay, baby. Think about it. If your kids want to progress in something, right? They're gonna have to go through the processes just like you did. Prime example: if your kid want to be an actor, even if you could open up all the doors for them, again, they gotta really want that. They really gotta go through the processes and the steps, not have everything handed down to them. I think that's something that should be said. You know, again, don't force anything on anybody. But again, keep yourself solid. You know, not everybody's going to follow in the footsteps of the parents. You know, you're going to have to create their own footprints in the sand. But at least give them some form of inspiration and blueprint on how to get there. Nothing wrong with that. When I said be realistic, if you realistically know that the things your kids are trying to get into not their strong suits, prime example, there's a way to sit down and talk with them and have that talk with them to where they understand. Prime example, if they thinking about getting into music, but the music just ain't for them. You see it that is not for them. It's not working for them. It's not getting nowhere. Got to be able to sit down and talk with them. Like I said, have a realistic conversation, and then ask the questions. Well, if this ain't working, what else you want to try to get into? What else do you see yourself doing if this don't work? See, that's why you always supposed to ask those questions. Even now, to young adults, ask them. Well, shoot, if this ain't working for you by now, what you want to do? What you going to try to do? EPB, what's going on? Again, the oppression, mental oppression within the community. We all are not striving for our greatness. Ones that are, again, numbers is working against them. In my opinion, some of that oppression does come from some of the things that are being glorified right now. You'll glorify the killer, the snitch, or the murderer, or the hustler. But you won't glorify the ones who work hard, the ones that put themselves out there, the ones that took the initiative to build the right way. And I think that's sad. Frugal baby, Miss Chicago baby, Susanna baby. You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. But yeah, you gotta think about that. It's not fair again that you turn around and the things that wasn't being glorified is being glorified now. That's where some of that mental oppression will come into play. Well, damn, if they only showing me this and showing me that, maybe that's just what it's going to be. No, I can paint you a picture. The only way that picture will stay in the frame like that forever is if you continue not to paint. All right, well, this is just what you're going to get right now. And just keep promoting that. This is what you're going to get right now. Nah, you're going to have different experiences. You're going to have different views of opinions. Cool. Tamika, baby. Again, think about it. Your best step right now is cutting out the oppressive behavior that's around you, the oppressive society around you. You have to eventually start blocking out all the negative noises in order to keep yourself in the strongest form and for the best results. Yeah, you keep your ear tuned to the streets and everything else, or you keep your ears tuned in to whatever, but your main goal should still keep focusing. If somebody didn't believe in your dream, oh well, somebody else will. You still keep pushing forward. It's easier for me to say that to the young adults right now. Because again, some of y'all just in your early 20s, you probably just made it into your 20s, or I'm gonna say your mid 20s. You still got time to make a lot of things work. But again, you gotta eliminate some of the nonsense around you. Prime example, you moving along with everybody else, doing things that you know at some point could land your ass in jail. When it does happen and you miss a portion of your life, who are you really gonna blame? Are you gonna take accountability for that action? Or you gonna blame everybody else that was around you when it happened? You gotta remember, you know, when you are sitting there just being a follower and not leading at some point, or not trying to make strides to be a leader, you're gonna take some downfalls. Be following the gang, prime example. When you know you got a bright spot, prime example. And then look, we've lost some people like that. Try to get into either music, sports, or whatever. But because of that life that they was leaving and that was leading, hey, this is what comes with that. The oppression in our community is we gotta unalive each other, or we gotta outbest each other just to win and survive in this world. But to be honest with you, that's the worst form of oppression in the mind. Again, we will quickly unite for something negative or something that's not worth it. But the things that are really worth it, we can't seem to agree on anything. It's crazy, you know. It really is crazy though. Oh, okay, well, I'm a backdoor my brother or my sister, but I'm a, but when it comes to really trying to strengthen something for the community or strengthen something for the people within, oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Then you gotta think about it. How do you beat oppression when there's oppression around almost every doorstep? For some, the biggest oppression is financial oppression, prime example. Because everybody's always crying about the money. The money ain't this, is we need this, we need this, we need this. Of course, that's an oppression. If you stifle from getting to where you need to get to, that's the first thing you're gonna say. Oh, because we don't have the backing, or because we don't have this. Um, to be honest with you, this is my thought and opinion on it. Again, we shouldn't always just be resorting to the biggest plots or the biggest money. You could start your own business, prime example, from the ground up, just with whatever small money you may have saved up. It can start off as something super small, and you could work your way to where you need to work your way to. If I know I could put together, prime example, a food stand, I can make my own damn food stand the way I built it outside. Everything is everything, and I'm good to go. Now it's just up to me to make it work. All right, I made a food stand. What am I going to serve now? That's going to be solely up to me after that. Everything else I done did after I built it is going to be solely up to me, right? So I would have to have a menu intact. making sure I'm getting all the proper whatever. And then I might need some employees, depending. Even if it started off with a small shack, look, I might need like 2, 3 other people to help me out. Yo, y'all good, y'all can cook. Come on, bro. I'm giving you an opportunity. And there are some people who are doing that, trying to give opportunities where it need to be given to. But again, it's solely up to you. That's another form of the mental oppression because the opportunity could be right there for you to grab. Some of you will not grab it. It could stick onto the side of your scalp piece and you still would move away from it because there it is, self-doubt. Trust me and believe me that yes, we are going to fail at things in life. Life is not perfect. Some of our greatest failures become our greatest strengths or become our greatest inspirations. Don't forget that part. There's people who have, prime example, made investments. Some of them made great investments. Some of them didn't make some. And even for the ones that made great investments, there are days where they might make a bad investment and could lose something. But as long as it's not, long as it's not losing that much and it's not going to hurt you, that's the most important thing. Would you rather lose, prime example, would you rather lose $10,000 or would you rather lose $100,000? Would you rather lose $100,000 or would you rather lose $1,000,000? Either which way, it don't matter. You just gotta think if it's not gonna cripple you to that extent, and you just gotta take it for what it is. It's just like with people that say they want to get into the stock markets and stuff like that. What's stopping you from getting there? They'll have that stigma and say, "Oh, but it's only this people and it's only this group of people." That's a lie. Anybody could be into stocks and bonds. Anybody could be a damn broker. It's solely up to you. Yes, you have to go through a course, you have to go through whatever, and you must make sure that once you get where you need to get to, now you take that credential and experience and you keep moving forward. Facts, James. That is true. Because if you're going to get into that prime example, you got to make sure that, it's something that's going to keep you going all around. See, prime example, you can have a hot dog stand. It can start off as a small hot dog stand and could turn bigger, right? Hot dog stands not just going to sell hot dogs. They might sell burgers, fish sandwiches, depending on what you are looking for. Depends. Shoot, in certain parts, you're gonna have to sell certain things for certain seasons. Prime example, if you know you ain't accustomed to making like specific soups and stuff like that, get to doing so. That'll bring more people in. Again, once you get into a certain spot, you can't allow yourself to be stifled, and you definitely can't, lose the focus. The focus is to keep everything afloat. The focus is to again create and keep bringing better. So you got to do that. Know what you're getting into first. And again, don't let certain things oppress you. Okay, you might not be getting the buzz you should be getting right now. Well, you still keep promoting, you still keep growing, you still keep doing what's needed. There's people right now, prime example. They just opened up a new bagel shop, like I said, in my area now. They only had the grand opening, but it's been quiet. I haven't seen too many people go in there as of yet. And it's open. But at some point, they're gonna start going in there. You know why? Because at some point there's going to be more promotions, more flyers getting put out, so on and so forth. Shoot, might even have a sign out one day, you know, buy wood, do this, or you never know. DJ, what's going on, man? Welcome in, man. You know, it takes blood, sweat, and tears again to get to your ultimate goals in life. Never let nobody stop you from getting there. Granted, there's going to be things that happen in your life that could cause that depression and it will lead to that oppression. But these are things that you got to remember you can never be in control of. Like family passing away, you can't do nothing about that. That's a part of life. But you don't allow that to sink you into the deepest forms of depression. You never allow any negative words from anybody that's not been building or not been in the gym with you, basically, to knock you off of your horse. Gotta hold the line no matter what. Now again, if you wanna strive for something great, you wanna strive for something that's within your realm, again, you better think. Think about what's great for you and what could be impactful for the people around you. If I create this thing, then I could give opportunity to those that have been with me. I could give opportunity to those who might be seeking opportunity. I could be giving opportunity to those who might be coming home from jail. You know, gotta remember that part. It is solely up to you to be the best you. Yes, your parents or your guardians or anybody could walk you into a certain situation. It's up to you to fully navigate on your own. Once you get into a certain stage of your life, you're always supposed to navigate regardless. You know, you got to that point. You wanted to be an adult. And now that you're an adult, hey, do what you need to do. One second. Okay, I'm good. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot keep doubting yourself when you're already in the greatest positions of your life. Feel great. Once you get to that point in life, feel great about yourself. Gotta remember that part. When you in that great position, never allow it to crumble you neither. If you feel you're doing the best that you can, not just for yourself, but for the people around you that means something to you, and that should be the most important step. Just keep that step as it is, you know? Don't allow your quote unquote oppressors to throw that cloud over you. Your oppressors could be your, like I said, your fake enemies and the fake well wishers. Your main enemy in life would be yourself. Why? Because again, you're allowing everything to You're allowing everything to put you in the worst positions. It ain't worth it. One second, y'all. One second. Okay, never mind. I thought I had police activity. Y'all already know workflow. Again, the best process in life, hey, the best process starts with you. You got to be able to process life, period. Again, your strengths, your weaknesses, and the things that you can use again to implement for better tomorrow. The only person that will stop you from ever reaching your highest peak in life is you. And that's where some of that oppression comes from. Self-doubt. I don't think I could take it this far. Or I feel I'm a crash and burn trying to do something good. You'll never know unless you do what you got to do. Again, get away from the negative mindset and stereotypes. And seeing that's the thing, you know, when you align yourself with positive thoughts, good to go. Positive thoughts, reinforcement, reaffirming, you good. Court, baby. But I'm telling you this right now. You never allow anything to stifle your growth, your creativity, and you damn sure don't let nobody tell you what you're worth. You know your worth, period. Keep pushing forward. Appreciate you and happy belated too, baby. Scorpio love, baby. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself too. But again, when you striving for excellence, yeah, you're gonna take some bumps and bruises. Oppression is definitely one of those bumps and bruises, but it can also break you. Because again, if you get into that dark realm where you just stop believing in yourself, you stop doing the things that were conducive to you, basically, then you just stop overall caring. Like not even how you present yourself, anything else. That's a problem. I ain't messing with you, sis. Well, keep partying, damn it. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, been trying to comment on some of y'all shorts. I don't know what the hell YouTube doing, but some of y'all I could comment on some of your stuff, and then I can't comment on some of your stuff. So bear with me, y'all. Just know one of them damn likes came from me. Shit. But yeah, you got to remember to gain that wisdom. Prime example, if you failed at your first attempt on trying to create some form of a business, don't give up on the business aspect, especially if you got the knowledge to keep doing it. Or if you got the knowledge on knowing what to build or how to do it. You know? I hear you, fool. Shoot. Celebrate the whole damn month. I still got some time to celebrate. I still got some time to celebrate. But you got to execute everything that you are putting into motion. You got to remember, if you want to be successful, you have to promote yourself the best way possible. Nobody else will promote you but you. What you choose to promote, that's solely up to you. Now, you got to remember the the self pity. Sometimes it ain't gonna help you neither. Okay, something didn't work right. Don't cry about it all day. Okay, this happened. Now it's time for me to move forward. You should say, "I better not. I better not. I will. I will." No, stop playing. Not today, though. Not today. James, get serious. A coffee, extra light and sweet. No, but again, when you love yourself and believe in yourself, you can override and you can definitely overstep any oppression that you've been through. If you're going through financial oppression, find ways to get to that financial freedom. That should be your goal and inspiration to do so. But don't lose your focus in the middle of that. Because yes, money comes and goes. Money is not the main thing, but to some people, it's everything because how you think you're gonna be able to do certain things. Again, you got to take that ultimate step for yourself. And if you don't, you're gonna always remain in that oppressed state because you're gonna feel like I'm never gonna be able to. Again, you're gonna have people, even people you're not expecting to probably try to rain on your parade, but you don't allow them to do so. Main thing to remember is cut off all the negative hearsayers. Cut them off. You don't gotta believe in me, but I believe in myself. So watch this. Give me a second, y'all. My bad. Yeah, I know it sounds like a jail cell. I know. But again, believe in yourself. The best way to beat any oppression, and I mean any oppression, is again believing in yourself and then believing in the people who are riding with you. That everything will go where it needs to go. You know, like prime example, if you was lucky enough to get a loan, prime example from a bank to start doing something, then continue to do it. That right there should be your inspiration to say, "Oh shoot, now I could definitely get this done. I could definitely do something and put it in the works." And once you start, don't stop. And you got to remember, you know, strong belief system, any form of strong upbringing or strong rising, you can overcome the odds of oppression, and you can possibly keep yourself from any form of depression. Yeah, you just got to remember, you know, be mentally strong and capable in anything that you're doing. Anything that you have knowledge in that could be something for you, again, and can make it work for you. Stay strong in those positive aspects. Believe me, if you keep denying yourself, if you keep denying your excellence, if you keep putting yourself on the back burner, you're never going to be able to rise or shine the way you see fit. You're gonna have people that'll say the utmost things because they don't want you to rise to your full potential. Again, get away from that. Because anybody like that can tell you blatantly, "Oh, you ain't gonna be this," and stop trying to reach for this. You ain't gonna never get this. You ain't gonna never do that. Those are gonna be the ones that even when you have something that's in your grasp, they still gonna try to say, "Oh, what you can't do real." Oh, what? Get away from that. Because those same people at some point will be your downfall. Again, love yourself, believe in yourself, and the best things could definitely take place. All mental oppression in the community, it is what it is. It stems from a lot of words. Words are powerful. Yes, they are. They can be powerful and damaging, especially towards those who know no better. So, gotta be mindful. Like I said, the best way to beat oppression is start believing in yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, see your worth, see your value, and then you keep inspiring to do what's needed. And that's the thing though. You have to remember that. Prime example, if I thought about doing music, right? Even at my age, if I thought about doing music, what's to stop me from doing it? The only thing that would stop me from doing it is me. If I'm not focused, if I'm not committed enough, if I'm not really going to take the necessary steps, again, because you got to go through progresses in life. You got to go through all specific processes before you get to your goal. You know, one thing to remember too is never let your ego or anything else along those lines blind you neither. Like I said, the focus should be just staying humble. I'm humble enough to get where I'm at. I understood what it took for me to get here, and now that I'm here, there's no need for me to fall backwards. Keep yourself motivated. Keep the right people around you who are motivated and even motivated you to greatness around you. You know, you got some people, prime example, they got to their ultimate goals, right? And the people that was really riding with them and supporting them, of course, they always get the love. Always going to get the utmost respect and the credit where it's due. Yeah, DJ, I ain't see you in a minute though, bro. But hope all well with you, man. That's what I'm saying. The necessary steps needed, solely up to you. You want to do anything, no matter what the age is, you better stand firm on doing it. And that's what I'm saying. Have to remember this part. When it's all said and done, your ultimate achievements will be fulfilled if you allow yourself to go through the steps and the processes. No shortcuts, like I said. See, that's where some of that oppression comes from too. When it comes to the financial oppression for some, y'all want to get the quick dollar instead of work hard to get the ultimate dollars. Like I said, money gonna come and go. It's about what you do and what kind of an impact that you have when it comes to your bill. You already, man. Daniela, baby. Like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say this again because I feel that's true. If you got a set of parents, let's say, and they not living up to their full potential, they got kids. Kids is looking up to them. If these kids see it, they ain't even focused on anything, then guess what's gonna happen? You already know what to expect. Your kids might not make it out of that hole. If they do, it'll be because of their own thinking. You know what? I don't want to be in this struggle for life. I don't want to be stuck in this position for life. If this is what life has to offer, let me go find something greater and better. Life has a lot of different opportunities for you. The only people that's stopping them from getting there is you. You can't allow the weak minded folks to get you in the weak minded position. Hold on one second. Man. You can't allow the low vibrationals to try to even knock you out neither. See, this is the thing that will keep oppression going, at least for some people. Mental oppression, that's because they are mentally drained, they mentally depleted. They don't see anything else outside of just drama and negativity. So of course, that's going to be the thing that they go with. But to be quite honest, if they was to wisen up and wake up, they would see it. They still got time to do a lot of things that need to be implemented for their own life. Like, how can you knock somebody for trying to do something and you're not even trying to get up and do something? Appreciate you, serious baby. I'm good. Shoot, almost done right now. But again, think about it. Why would you stop yourself from becoming your greatest achievement? No matter what you strive for in life, strive for the excellence. But again, keep humbleness because again, you know what it took to get there. This is why there are some people who are still where they need to be at, even as to this day. Because again, it's the humbleness. It's knowing that just as quick as I could get it, I could lose it. So in order for me not to lose it, especially if I'm on the verge of building something great and giving great opportunity, I gotta be smart and wise in my decisions. If I run a company, prime example, that sells, prime example, clothes for big and tall people, I gotta make sure I'm always keeping everything up to date, up the brand, and make sure I carry everything I'm supposed to carry for those people, right? If I don't do so, then you start losing customers, start losing traction, you start losing money. So, when it even comes to that, you gotta be knowledgeable in what you're doing and what you're bringing. But let's keep it real. Again, oppression is around every corner. You got young kids right now being oppressed by either kids that are a couple of years older than them or even young adults. Vice versa, like I said, it's coming down from up and is working its way down in certain scenarios. If you don't have strength, belief, and structure within yourself, you'll never have a strong background. You'll never have a strong founding the way you need it. That's why it's good to, again, be amongst those who want to see you build. Be amongst those who want to see you strive to excellence. It's the best option. Don't waste your breath or waste your time on things that are not even worth it. Exactly. Again, create the fundamental balance. And also, again, just start bringing back that notion of belief, hope, unity. Is almost there. You know, if you're almost in a great position, don't let nobody trick you out that position. Oh, that's something else. That's an oppressive situation right there. Some of y'all are throwing your own selves out the window because you're trying to throw yourselves out for people who don't care for you. Have to be wise and smart in your decisions again. You know what you're building for. And know that that's the ultimate goal of what you're building for. Don't lose steps and processes on that. That's how you build the best character. It's how you build the best fundamentals for yourself. You just keep believing in yourself and knowing that even when it gets rough, you still got time to make everything happen. It is again solely up to you what you choose to do. Our biggest oppression will always be that the fact that we don't build each other, we don't unite each other, we don't believe in one another. Like I said, we'll be quick to come together and try to crush somebody's dreams, but we won't come together to try to build and uplift their dream. Key thing to remember is that you have to know what it is in life that you're striving for. And if it really is important and if it really is worth it, don't allow nobody else to destroy that or disturb that. But also remember that you have to get out of that mind state that things good can't happen. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, what city, state, country, whatever. There's always ways to get something positive going, even out of the most negative situation. Again, process what you need to process, educate the way you need to educate, and then you elevate the way you're supposed to elevate. That's the best way to demonstrate that you're tucking in everything on that mental dinner plate. You got everything that you need, everything that you want. Now it's just time to grow. Grow into the best version of you. I'm going to tackle this again at some point because I do believe the mental oppression within the community is what it is. Again, it's words, it's people not believing, it's people just trying to destroy your confidence. Once somebody has destroyed that confidence, that's when the oppression will start. But if you're strong enough not to listen to it and shoot, like some people, hold on a second. You know, just remember this part before anything. When you take baby steps, you start taking adult steps at some point. The baby steps are you learning, you still new to it, cool. Once you got in the hang of it, guess what? Now it's time to just keep striving for excellence. Real spill, baby. Hold on, give me one sec. Man, I thought I had you. Hold on, sis. Hold on. God We back. Thought I modded you up, sis. Damn. Well, now I can see everything the way I need to see it now. I'm good. But again, take those necessary steps and strides in your life. You know, don't allow nobody to ever tell you you can't. That's a form of oppression. Can't or won't. You won't do this. You won't do that. Never say that either. You don't know what could actually happen. You know. But remember this part right here too. Oppression does start within the mind itself. Once there's self-doubt, it will definitely be self-loathing and self-misery behind that. But there'll also be self-anxiety because again, you're stressing yourself out over things that you have no control over. The things you do have control over, you have to take the strong steps. You got to stand in the face of fear and adversity and do what's necessary for your positive build. But I will say this though, the mental oppression at some point, it'll start getting to a minimum. Can't completely eradicate it because there's always going to be different fundamental situations to why you have oppression. But the mental oppression is the main one more than anything that destroys all great positive builds and growths. So remember that part right there. If you have people that are doubting you all the way, ain't gonna be in a good look. But when you got those who really are for you and they will elevate, hey, you keep doing it for that. Just keep building. Build your way out of any situation. That's all you can do. Keep reinventing yourself. Keep reinventing thought process. Keep reinvigorating your mind. You don't necessarily always have to reinvent yourself in per se. You don't have to, oh, this is how I gotta look, just to present it. Nah. It's not always gonna be that. It's more about your mental again. Do I allow somebody to come in and destroy something? Or do I stop something where I need to stop it at? The goals are solely up to you. Before I do get up out of here, because I'm gonna retackle this at some point. Today was one situation on why our communities are in a impasse the way it is now. Mental oppression. We allow everybody to try to say and do whatever and keep us in that mind state of not moving forward and processing and growing. But guess what? You got to learn to be strong. Just because somebody said you can't do it, that don't mean you can. You'll never know if you quit on it. When you start something, continue to finish it. See it all the way through. Best way to do it. Gonna always give yourself the best motivation for life. Believing in every step and process and then following those processes. You'll learn a lot more. Before I do get up out of here though, appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. We still got some conversations to bring. And I'm gonna reiterate on this, but for all my birthday peoples, for all my fellow Scorpios, may y'all enjoy your birthday week and whatever plans you may have. And again, just keep yourself safe, keep creating those great memories. Oh yeah, don't forget, Y'all not sleep. You got to make sure you dance for your boy. Come on, man. Yeah, don't worry. You already know how we give it up. You know how we gotta give it up. But yeah, again, hopefully y'all enjoy yourselves. You keep yourselves safe. And yeah, let me leave y'all with some good motivation for y'all leave up out of here. Oh, you know what? I could actually use what I was going to use because I feel, in my opinion, that's the best way. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. Y'all find what y'all gotta find for y'all to get up out that oppression. But it's the best way to get. Well, at least that's how it worked for me. So we'll get your feel good on while you're getting up. Oh man. But that's basically what you gotta say though. I mean, for real. In order for you to get past that stage, you're gonna have to eventually say that. Too many negatives at some point is gonna make you react positive. And you say those two words right there, F you. And then you give them one of these. You must first begin to There you go. Inspiration. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. Man, listen, you can get through anything in life. And I want to, again, say that to anybody that could be going through that. You could be going through a troubling time, but that does not mean that oppression and depression should take over you. Get back the knowledge of yourself, get back to your self-worth, and then you keep doing what you got to do, man. But I forgot. Yeah. Let me get this public service announcement that some of y'all may need to hear it. Yeah, they finally got me, y'all, with the goddamn stream, y'all. So, I don't know. I might be doing the vertical shit at some point. So, those that, I love having the open panels and all, but I don't love it that much right now. So, but don't worry, you still gonna be getting some content here and there. It just ain't gonna be through the stream, y'all. So, But I didn't forget about y'all before I get up out of here, especially for all my nighttime people. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I just ain't trying to go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. Yeah, but let me get up out of here. Definitely we'll revisit this conversation though. But this is one form of oppression that we can beat to a degree. We just gotta all try to see it that solid way. But let me get up out of here though. Appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, and we still gonna keep building. Get up out of here. Time for me to be responsible. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. We'll figure out another. Yeah, I know. But either which way, it don't matter. You still gonna get content. I can't leave because I'm light skinned, baby. But wait, before y'all get up out of here though. Before y'all get up out of here, please embrace my madness. Keep inspiring yourself to do that too. You know, it's the best way to do it. Best way to do it. For those following me on Clapper, I will see y'all tomorrow at 4 p.m. on the dot. And yes, we gonna rock out. Gonna get some hump day vibes up in there. Let me get up out of here, y'all. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All to do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real builds. Huh. And I felt gangster, so I'm gonna do this again anyway. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evenings. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.